Hey everyone, it's Mrs. Aristide here and Mr. Galpin, and we are at Bake Boss right now, about to do a quick demonstration on how to use molds to create flowers for cakes. Hey guys, it's Mrs. Aristide here, and I'm with Danielle from Bake Boss at Underwood. Thank you so much for showing us how to use these molds. I
Not
really
a problem
appreciate
at
it.
all.
Could you explain what it is we're about to create?
Yeah. So we are going to be creating some really amazing flowers using our little fondant mold here. This is one that we done earlier. Some really gorgeous little molds here. So this is what we're going to be doing. We are going to be putting some corn flour into our mold. Just going to be dusting it up just so that all of our fondant doesn't stick.
Is this like a little dusting?
It is. It's my
So
little
that's corn
dabba dust.
flour inside a dabba dust.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
So it is really cool.
Okay.
So it
So it
allows
needs
just
like a little bit.
No, yeah. So you have a look at your different molds and see how big they are. Depending on your mold will determine how much fondant that you need to put in there. So I just roughly do it into a little ball. Then I'm going to put it in my mold and start squashing it down into place.
Sort of like Play-Doh.
It is. If you work with Play-Doh, you can work with fondant. So just really get in there just so that you can get into all these little nooks and crannies. Once you've got it in there, make sure you're pushing it all the way to the edges to fill it all up. Push it down with your hand. Once you've done it like that, it's all nice and smooth on there, put it upside down, pop it out. That is it.
Oh, that looks beautiful. So what would you use this kind of rose on?
So all of these sort of roses you can actually do in for a cake, for cupcakes, anything in between. It just depends on what you want it to be. So even if you don't completely fill up your mold, like this one here, you can see there's still some little gaps around it. That's okay, because then it creates something slightly different for every single one. So you do not need to use up the whole entire mold to actually create your different kind of roses.
Clever.
So just by using that one simple thing, you've got the exact same mold, two different flowers.
Beautiful. Stop that. This time.
So we're actually using the little plunger cutter that we had, like the little love heart ones that we've done. Obviously I've only got the star one. So we're just showing how to actually cut them out properly and get it to what we need it to be.
Okay, so this is fondant again.
Fondant. Yeah. So we're just going to roll it out.
How thick does it have to be?
I like to do it quite thin just so that you can get a really nice clean finish on it, but it just depends on obviously your different sort of cutters to how deep you want it to be.
So would a normal rolling pin work, or is there something special about that?
No, you can definitely use your wooden ones or anything else that you've got at home, just anything that will roll really.
Okay.
So once you have got it to the thickness that you want it to be, you want to hold on to just this part of your plunger cutter. So just where the bigger part is, push it down, give it a little bit of a wriggle around so it actually will cut nicely from our fondant. So now you can see it's actually stuck into our little mold. That's when we're going to hold it and then pop it out through this top part, and it will come out and you've got a little star made up.
Lovely.
That's it.
Cool.
That's cool.
So just fill it up, put a little rubber band around it so that you can dust out whatever you need.
So it's like a DIY.
It is. So I had this for years before I upgraded to the double dust. So easy. Everyone's got a Chuck's cloth somewhere. Just make sure it's a brand new one and easy. But yeah, I just usually fold it over in half, put your corn flour in there, tape it up, ready to go.